Welcome to Speak English Confident. I'm Nora, and I'm truly happy you are here today. Maybe you understand English well. Maybe you study grammar. Maybe you watch videos, read books, and practice alone. But then real life happens. You meet someone new. They smile. They say, "Hi, nice to meet you." And suddenly your mind becomes empty. You know English, but the words don't come out. If this feels familiar, today's episode is especially for you. Because today, we are talking about something many learners struggle with: speaking English when meeting new people without feeling awkward, small, or nervous.
Okay, I already feel seen because honestly, meeting new people in English is the hardest situation for me. When I practice alone, I feel confident, but when a real person is in front of me, everything changes.
That is completely normal. Language is not only vocabulary. It is emotion, it is confidence, it is connection. And many learners believe they must speak perfectly before they can start a conversation. But today, I want to change one important belief. You do not need perfect English to start a conversation. You only need presence.
Presence?
Yes, presence means you show up, you participate, you allow yourself to be part of the moment. Most confident speakers are not confident because their English is perfect. They are confident because they stop apologizing for their English.
Oh no, I do that all the time. I always start with, "Sorry, my English is bad."
Yes, many learners do. Let's talk honestly about this habit. When you say, "Sorry for my English," what are you really feeling?
I think I'm afraid people will judge me, so I apologize first to protect myself.
Exactly. You apologize before anything even happens. But here's something important. When you apologize for your English, you send two messages. First message, "I'm not confident." Second message, "My English is a problem." And suddenly, the conversation becomes uncomfortable, not because of your English, but because of your apology.
Wow, I never thought about that.
Let me share a real-life situation. Imagine you join a new workplace, or a language exchange, or maybe you travel and meet other travelers. Someone asks, "Hi, where are you from?" Many learners answer like this: "Sorry, my English is bad. I'm from Cambodia." The apology arrives before the connection. Instead, try this: "Hi, I'm from Cambodia. Nice to meet you." Simple, clear, human.
That sounds so small, but also powerful.
Because confidence is often a small change, not a big one. Today, we will practice how to start conversations naturally, even if you feel nervous. Let's begin with a truth many learners don't hear enough. Awkward moments are normal, even for native speakers.
Really?
Of course, native speakers also feel shy. They also forget what to say. They also experience silence. Conversation is not a performance, it is cooperation. Two people building connection together. You do not carry the conversation alone.
That already removes some pressure.
Good. Now let's imagine a real scenario. You arrive at a small event, maybe a workshop, a class, or a social gathering. People stand in small groups. You want to speak, but you hesitate. Your brain asks, "What should I say? What if I make mistakes? What if they don't understand me?" This moment is where confidence begins. Not after you feel ready, but before.
So, what should I actually say first?
Beautiful question. Many learners think they need interesting sentences, but simple sentences create strong conversations. Here are 3 natural starters. "Hi, is this your first time here?" "Hi, how do you know the host?" "Hi, I'm Miles. Nice to meet you." That's all. No complex grammar, no perfect pronunciation, just openness.
I noticed something. These questions are easy for the other person to answer.
Exactly. Confident speakers ask easy questions. Conversation becomes comfortable when both people can participate easily. Let's practice together. Imagine I'm a new person at an event. You start the conversation.
Okay, I'll try. Hi, I'm Miles. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Miles. I'm Nora. Nice to meet you too.
Is this your first time here?
Yes, actually it is. I was a little nervous coming.
Oh, me too.
And just like that, you created connection. Notice something important. You didn't use advanced English. You used shared emotion.
I like that. Shared emotion feels easier than perfect sentences.
Because humans connect emotionally before linguistically. Let me teach you a powerful phrase today. Instead of apologizing for your English, try this sentence. I'm still learning English, but I enjoy practicing.
That sounds much better.
Yes, listen carefully to the difference. Sorry, my English is bad. I'm still learning English, but I enjoy practicing. The second sentence invites kindness. Most people respect learners who try.
I think I always imagined people judging me, but maybe they actually want to help.
Most people do. And here's another secret. People remember how you make them feel, not your grammar mistakes. If you smile, listen, and show curiosity, your English already works. Now let's talk about the moment many learners fear, the silent moment. You start talking, then suddenly, silence. Your brain says, oh no, conversation finished.
Yes, that moment feels painful.
It feels longer than it really is. Silence is not failure, it is a transition. Confident speakers prepare simple bridge questions. Here are examples. What do you usually do on weekends? How long have you lived here? What do you enjoy doing after work? These questions restart energy naturally.
So, confident speakers don't always know what to say, they just have tools ready.
Exactly. Confidence is preparation plus self-kindness. Let's practice another mini role play. Imagine you meet someone at a coffee shop who sits near you. Start naturally.
Okay. Hi, do you mind if I sit here?
Not at all.
Thanks. I'm Miles.
Nice to meet you, Miles. Do you come here often?
Yes, I like working here. The coffee helps me focus.
Same. I try to study English here sometimes.
That's wonderful. How long have you been learning?
About 1 year. Perfect. Notice what happened again. You didn't impress me, you connected with me. And connection is the real goal of speaking English.
I feel something changing already. Before, I thought speaking English meant proving my level. Now it feels more like sharing myself.
That is a beautiful realization. Language is not an exam, it is a bridge between people. Let's talk about another emotional struggle. Many learners compare themselves to others. Maybe you meet someone who speaks faster, uses bigger vocabulary, sounds more fluent, and suddenly your confidence drops.
Yes, I immediately become quiet.
And here's something important to remember. Fluency is not competition. Every speaker has a different journey. Instead of thinking, my English is worse, try thinking, my English is growing. Small mindset change, huge emotional difference.
I like that. Growth feels hopeful.
And growth happens through conversations, not silence. So today, I want listeners to try one brave action. Next time you meet someone new, do not wait for perfect English. Say hello first. Even a simple, hi, how are you? This small action trains your brain to lead conversations instead of hiding from them.
Leading conversations. That sounds powerful.
Because you are not only learning English, you are becoming a communicator. And communicators create opportunities, friendships, jobs, experiences, confidence. Gentle tone. Let's pause together for a small speaking practice. If you are listening right now, repeat after me. Hi, I'm, and say your name. Nice to meet you. Pause feeling. Is this your first time here? Pause. I'm still learning English, but I enjoy practicing. Pause. Wonderful. Feel how natural that sounds. You are already participating in real conversation energy.
I noticed something interesting. When I repeat sentences calmly like this, I feel less afraid.
Yes, confidence grows through repetition with kindness, not pressure. And today we are building a new habit. Speak first, apologize less, connect more. Because your English does not need permission to exist. You already belong in the conversation. Gentle tone. And sometimes the bravest sentence in a new language is simply, hello.
That suddenly feels like a big step and also a very possible one.
Exactly. And once you start, conversations begin to flow in ways you never expected. And once you start, conversations begin to flow in ways you never expected because something important happens after the first sentence. Your brain relaxes. Many learners believe speaking English is difficult from beginning to end, but actually, the hardest moment is the first 10 seconds. After that, communication becomes more natural.
Yes, I noticed that too. The beginning feels scary, but later I feel more comfortable.
That's because fear lives in anticipation, not in action. Before speaking, your mind imagines problems. After speaking, reality is usually kinder than your imagination. Today, let's go deeper into real-life situations where learners often feel nervous when meeting new people. We will explore what to say, how to react emotionally, and how to keep conversations alive naturally. Let's imagine another scenario. You are introduced to someone by a friend. Your friend says, "Miles, this is Alex." Then your friend suddenly walks away. Now you and Alex stand together. This moment feels very real for many learners.
Oh yes, this is dangerous territory.
Yes, many learners freeze here, but confident speakers use something called conversation anchors. Conversation anchors are safe topics that work almost anywhere. There are 5 powerful anchors: place, work or study, experience, interest, future plans. You don't need creativity, you only need direction.
Can we try this situation?
Of course. I'll be Alex, you start.
Okay.
And when you start creating conversations, something subtle changes inside you. You no longer feel like a guest in English. You begin to feel like a participant. That emotional shift is very important because many learners feel they are visiting English, not living in it.
That describes me perfectly. When I speak English, I feel like I entered someone else's world, not my own.
Yes, and today we are gently changing that feeling. English is not owned by native speakers. English belongs to everyone who uses it to communicate. Your accent, your pace, your personality, all of these are welcome. Now, let's explore a situation that many learners experience after the first few minutes of conversation. You start well. You introduce yourself. You ask questions. Then suddenly your brain becomes tired. You don't know how to continue naturally.
Yes, after 5 minutes, I feel my energy drop.
That happens because speaking another language uses more mental energy. So confident speakers don't try to speak perfectly all the time. They learn how to share the conversation load. Conversation is like passing a ball. You speak, then you pass the ball. The other person speaks. They pass it back. Many learners forget to pass the ball. They either speak too little or feel pressure to speak too much.
So balance is important.
Exactly. Let's practice a powerful technique called the 3-step flow. Step 1, respond. Step 2, add a small detail. Step 3, ask a question. This keeps conversations moving naturally. Example, person says, I like hiking. You say, oh, nice, I enjoy nature too. I sometimes walk in the park. Do you hike often? Simple, natural, balanced.
That structure feels very helpful.
Let's practice together. I'll say something. I recently started learning photography.
Okay, that sounds interesting. I like taking photos when I travel. What kind of photography do you enjoy?
Excellent. You responded, added, and asked. This method prevents awkward silence and removes pressure from your brain. Now I want to talk about a moment many learners secretly fear. When someone asks you many questions, suddenly you become the center of attention.
Yes, interviews make me nervous.
Even friendly conversations can feel like interviews. Someone asks, why did you learn English? What do you do? What are your plans? Your mind searches for perfect answers. But remember this, conversation answers do not need to be perfect stories. Short, honest answers are powerful. For example, I learned English because I want to travel more. I work in finance, but I also enjoy creative hobbies. I'm still exploring my future plans. Simple answers invite more conversation.
I think I try to explain too much.
Yes, over-explaining often comes from insecurity. You think longer answers prove intelligence, but relaxed speakers trust simple communication. Let's practice a small interview-style conversation. I'll ask questions naturally. Ready?
Ready.
Why are you learning English?
I'm learning English because I want to communicate with people from different countries and grow my career.
Beautiful, clear, and natural. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
I enjoy watching movies, listening to podcasts, and sometimes practicing English conversations.
Wonderful. Notice how your answers feel conversational, not academic. That's the goal. Now let's explore another emotional challenge. Sometimes conversations become personal. Someone asks about your life, your dreams, or your experiences. You want to express deeper thoughts, but your vocabulary feels limited.
Yes, I can talk about simple things, but emotions are harder.
That is very common. Emotional vocabulary develops later in language learning. So today, I want to give listeners some powerful emotional phrases that sound natural and authentic. Instead of searching for complex words, try these. I'm excited about that. I feel a little nervous. That experience changed me. I learned a lot from that. I'm still figuring things out. These phrases allow you to express real feelings with simple English.
I like I'm still figuring things out. It sounds honest.
Yes, honesty creates connection faster than perfect vocabulary. Let's practice a small interview-style conversation. I'll ask questions naturally. Ready?
Ready.
Why are you learning English?
I'm learning English because I want to communicate with people from different countries and grow my career.
Beautiful, clear, and natural. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
I enjoy watching movies, listening to podcasts, and sometimes practicing English conversations.
Wonderful. Notice how your answers feel conversational, not academic. That's the goal. Now let's explore another emotional challenge. Sometimes conversations become personal. Someone asks about your life, your dreams, or your experiences. You want to express deeper thoughts, but your vocabulary feels limited.
Yes, I can talk about simple things, but emotions are harder.
That is very common. Emotional vocabulary develops later in language learning. So today, I want to give listeners some powerful emotional phrases that sound natural and authentic. Instead of searching for complex words, try these. I'm excited about that. I feel a little nervous. That experience changed me. I learned a lot from that. I'm still figuring things out. These phrases allow you to express real feelings with simple English.
I like I'm still figuring things out. It sounds honest.
Yes, Honesty creates connection faster than perfect vocabulary. Let's practice a small interview-style conversation. I'll ask questions naturally. Ready?
Ready.
Why are you learning English?
I'm learning English because I want to communicate with people from different countries and grow my career.
Beautiful, clear, and natural. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
I enjoy watching movies, listening to podcasts, and sometimes practicing English conversations.
Wonderful. Notice how your answers feel conversational, not academic. That's the goal. Now let's explore another emotional challenge. Sometimes conversations become personal. Someone asks about your life, your dreams, or your experiences. You want to express deeper thoughts, but your vocabulary feels limited.
Yes, I can talk about simple things, but emotions are harder.
That is very common. Emotional vocabulary develops later in language learning. So today, I want to give listeners some powerful emotional phrases that sound natural and authentic. Instead of searching for complex words, try these. I'm excited about that. I feel a little nervous. That experience changed me. I learned a lot from that. I'm still figuring things out. These phrases allow you to express real feelings with simple English.
I like I'm still figuring things out. It sounds honest.
Yes, honesty creates connection faster than perfect vocabulary. Let's practice a small interview-style conversation. I'll ask questions naturally. Ready?
Ready.
Why are you learning English?
I'm learning English because I want to communicate with people from different countries and grow my career.
Beautiful, clear, and natural. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
I enjoy watching movies, listening to podcasts, and sometimes practicing English conversations.
Wonderful. Notice how your answers feel conversational, not academic. That's the goal. Now let's explore another emotional challenge. Sometimes conversations become personal. Someone asks about your life, your dreams, or your experiences. You want to express deeper thoughts, but your vocabulary feels limited.
Yes, I can talk about simple things, but emotions are harder.
That is very common. Emotional vocabulary develops later in language learning. So today, I want to give listeners some powerful emotional phrases that sound natural and authentic. Instead of searching for complex words, try these. I'm excited about that. I feel a little nervous. That experience changed me. I learned a lot from that. I'm still figuring things out. These phrases allow you to express real feelings with simple English.
I like I'm still figuring things out. It sounds honest.
Yes, honesty creates connection faster than perfect vocabulary. Let's practice a small interview-style conversation. I'll ask questions naturally. Ready?
Ready.
Why are you learning English?
I'm learning English because I want to communicate with people from different countries and grow my career.
Beautiful, clear, and natural. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
I enjoy watching movies, listening to podcasts, and sometimes practicing English conversations.
Wonderful. Notice how your answers feel conversational, not academic. That's the goal. Now let's explore another emotional challenge. Sometimes conversations become personal. Someone asks about your life, your dreams, or your experiences. You want to because you trust your ability to connect. And trust changes everything. At the beginning of the learning journey, many learners depend on memorized sentences. You prepare introductions, you rehearse answers, you predict questions. But slowly, something shifts. You stop memorizing conversations and start living them.
I feel like I'm standing right between those two stages. Sometimes I sound natural. Sometimes I sound like I'm reading from a script in my head.
That is a beautiful stage to be in. It means your brain is moving from studying English to thinking in English. Today, let's explore how to make conversations feel more natural, especially after the first connection is already made. Because meeting someone is only the beginning. The real confidence comes from continuing relationships. Many learners can say hello, but they struggle with longer interactions. For example, seeing the same coworker every day, meeting classmates repeatedly, talking with neighbors, building friendships.
Yes, short conversations are easier, but longer relationships feel harder because I run out of topics.
Exactly. So now we learn the skill of conversation layering. Layering means moving from surface topics to comfortable, meaningful conversation over time. Think of conversations like layers of an onion. First layer, simple facts. Second layer, experiences. Third layer, opinions. Fourth layer, feelings. You don't jump directly to deep topics. You move gently. Let's see how this works. Day 1 with a coworker. Hi, how was your weekend? Simple, safe. Day 5, what do you usually enjoy doing after work? More personal. After some familiarity, what made you choose your career? Now connection grows naturally.
So deeper conversation happens gradually, not immediately.
Yes, confidence is patience with relationships. Now let's talk about something important for daily English life, small talk. Many learners think small talk is useless, but small talk is actually social glue. It creates comfort before deeper conversation begins.
I used to think small talk was boring.
Many people do. But small talk says, I see you, I acknowledge you, we share this moment. Common small talk topics work everywhere. Weather, food, commute, weekend plans, work or study updates. You don't need creativity, you need presence. Let's practice. Imagine you meet a coworker in the elevator. You have only 30 seconds. Start naturally.
Okay. Hey, Nora, how's your day going?
Pretty good. Busy but productive.
That's good. Are you working on anything interesting today?
Yes, a new training project. Perfect. Short, friendly, human. No pressure. And notice something important. You asked open questions, not yes or no questions. Open questions invite conversation. Instead of, are you busy? Try, what are you working on today?
That feels more engaging.
Exactly. Now let's talk about emotional confidence during longer conversations. At some point, every learner experiences mental fatigue. Your listening slows, your vocabulary feels smaller, you worry you sound less intelligent.
Yes, after long conversations, my brain feels exhausted.
That is completely normal. Speaking another language is cognitive exercise. Confident communicators manage energy instead of forcing perfection. Here are natural phrases to protect your energy. My brain needs a coffee break. I need a moment to think. Give me a second. These are human phrases, not learner phrases. Everyone uses them.
I like that. It makes breaks feel normal.
Because communication includes pauses. Now let's explore a powerful skill, sharing stories. Stories make conversations memorable, but many learners think storytelling requires advanced English. It does not. A simple story has 3 parts: situation, action, feeling. Example, last weekend I visited a new restaurant. I tried spicy food for the first time. I was nervous, but it was delicious. Simple structure, strong communication.
That feels doable.
Let's practice storytelling together. Tell me about a recent small experience.
Okay. Last week, I joined an online English discussion group. At first, I felt shy, but after a few minutes, I enjoyed talking with everyone.
Wonderful. You shared a clear story with emotion. Stories help people remember you, not your grammar. Now let's talk about another real-life moment. You meet someone confident, maybe very talkative. They speak fast and share many stories. You worry you cannot match their energy.
Yes, I sometimes feel invisible next to extroverted speakers.
Here is an important truth. You do not need to match someone's personality to communicate well. Quiet speakers are powerful communicators. Listening deeply is a rare skill. You can say, "That's interesting. I like hearing your perspective. What was the best part of that experience?" These responses make talkative people feel appreciated, and appreciation builds connection.
So I don't need to become extroverted in English.
Exactly. Confidence is authenticity, not imitation. Now let's explore one of the most transformational habits for confident English speakers, leading the conversation gently. Many learners wait for others to guide conversations, but leadership in conversation is simple. You introduce topics, you ask follow-up questions, you suggest future interaction. Example phrases. "We should try that sometime. I'd love to hear more about that later. Maybe we can continue this conversation another day." These phrases move relationships forward.
That sounds like real social confidence.
Yes, and leadership does not mean dominance. It means participation with intention. Let's try a longer role play showing conversational leadership. We've been talking for a while at a social event. Continue naturally.
I've really enjoyed talking about travel with you.
Me too.
There's a small cafe nearby that many people recommend. Maybe we could check it out sometime.
That sounds lovely. Beautiful. You guided the interaction toward future connection. That is conversation leadership. Now I want to talk about a hidden emotional shift that happens when learners stop apologizing for their English. At first, you speak carefully, you worry about mistakes. Then slowly, you notice something surprising. People respond warmly. They listen, they engage, and your brain realizes, "I am capable."
I think that realization is the turning point.
Yes, confidence is built from accumulated positive experiences, not one perfect conversation, many imperfect but successful interactions. Now let's address another common situation, ending conversations gracefully. Many learners don't know how to leave a conversation politely. They either disappear suddenly or stay too long.
Yes, endings feel awkward.
Here are elegant and natural ways to close conversations. "It was really nice talking to you. I should get back to work, but I enjoyed this conversation. Let's talk again soon." Simple closing signals, respect, and confidence. Let's practice. I'll be your conversation partner. You in the interaction.
Okay. It was really nice talking to you, Nora. I need to join my friend now, but I hope we talk again soon.
Perfect. Warm, polite, confident. You ended the conversation instead of escaping it. And when learners begin managing beginnings, middles, and ends of conversations, something powerful happens. You stop feeling like English controls you, and you start feeling that you control the conversation. And when you begin to feel that you control the conversation, a quiet kind of confidence appears. Not loud confidence, not perfect confidence, but steady confidence. The kind that says, "I can handle this moment." Today, we have walked together through something deeper than vocabulary or grammar. We explored how conversations actually live in real life through emotion, curiosity, listening, mistakes, and connection. And now, I want us to slow down together for a moment. Because the ending of this episode is not really an ending. It is a beginning you will carry into your next real conversation.
I feel different from when we started. At the beginning, I was thinking about speaking English correctly. Now I'm thinking about connecting with people.
That shift is the heart of confident communication. Many learners spend years preparing to speak. They wait until their English feels good enough. But confidence does not come before conversations. Confidence comes because of conversations. Every hello builds it. Every small exchange strengthens it. Every imperfect sentence grows it. Let's talk honestly about what happens after this episode. You will meet someone, maybe tomorrow, maybe later today, and your old habit may appear. Your mind may whisper, "Stay quiet. Your English isn't ready. Let others speak." When that voice appears, I want you to remember something simple. You do not need permission to speak. You already belong in the conversation.
That sentence feels powerful. You already belong.
Yes, because language learning is not about entering a special group. It is about realizing you were always allowed to participate. Let's revisit the transformation we practiced today. You learn to stop apologizing for your English. Instead of saying, "Sorry, my English is bad," you can say, "I'm still learning and I enjoy practicing." You learned how to start conversations with simple openings. You learned how to continue conversations using curiosity. You learned how to ask for clarification without embarrassment. You practiced entering group discussions. You discovered how to share stories, express emotions, and lead conversations gently. And maybe most importantly, you learned how to be kind to yourself while speaking.
I think that kindness part changed everything for me. Before, every mistake felt like failure. Now, mistakes feel like movement.
Exactly. Mistakes are signs of participation. Silence teaches nothing. Speaking teaches everything. Let's imagine one final real-life scene together. You walk into a place where people are talking. Maybe a workplace, maybe a class, maybe a social event. Your heart beats a little faster, but this time something is different. You breathe. You remember. Speak first. Connect first. Perfection can wait. You walk towards someone and say, "Hi, I'm nice to meet you." And in that moment, you are no longer hiding behind English. You are using English to show who you are.
I can really imagine doing that now. Not perfectly, but calmly.
And calm courage is real confidence. Not fearless speaking, but speaking with fear and moving forward anyway. Now I want to give our listeners a small but meaningful challenge. Within the next 24 hours, start one small conversation in English. It does not need to be long. A greeting, a question, a short exchange, maybe with a coworker, a classmate, a stranger at a cafe, an online community member. One conversation. That is enough. Because confidence grows through action, not intention.
I think many listeners will feel nervous, but also excited.
Yes, and nervous excitement is often the sign of growth. Before we close, let's do one last speaking practice together. If you are listening right now, say these sentences out loud. Hi, nice to meet you. I enjoy practicing English. Could you say that again, please? That's interesting. Tell me more. It was really nice talking with you. Beautiful. These simple sentences can carry you through hundreds of real conversations. And over time, something wonderful happens. You stop translating in your head. You stop worrying about every word. You begin laughing more, listening more, sharing more. English stops feeling like a subject and starts feeling like a living part of your life.
I feel grateful for this conversation. Honestly, I feel less alone in my learning journey.
And that is something I want every listener to feel. You are not learning English alone. Millions of people around the world share this journey with you. Different countries, different accents, different stories, but one shared courage, the courage to communicate. Before we say goodbye, I want you to remember 3 gentle truths. Your accent is not a problem. Your mistakes are not failures. Your voice deserves to be heard. Speak slowly if you need to. Pause when you need to think. Smile when words feel difficult. Communication is human, not perfect.
I think today I finally understand the title. Stop apologizing and start leading.
Yes, leading a conversation does not mean speaking the most. It means showing openness first. You lead when you say hello. You lead when you ask a question. You lead when you create connection. And every time you do that, your confidence grows quietly stronger. Thank you for spending this time with us on Speak English Confident. Wherever you are listening from, I hope today's episode walks with you into your next conversation.
And remember, your next conversation might change more than your English. It might change how you see yourself.
Until next time, keep speaking, keep connecting, and keep trusting your voice. You are ready. You always were.